November 1st. That was the day I met her. That was also the day I decided to end my life. No one knew, not even her. I'd come to the conclusion that there was no point. Life is futile. No one actually cares. I'd been walking for hours when I came up to it. I'd seen the coffee shop a million times before, but this time, I don't know. This time it was just different. And I cannot explain why, but I walked through the door. I thought I'd feel this overwhelming feeling of warmth, but I didn't. I felt uncomfortable and out of place. I didn't belong here. No one had invited me. I almost decided to turn around and leave before anyone noticed I had walked in. But then I saw her, sitting on the left side of the room reading. She looked up from her book and just smiled. And there it was, the warmth. She introduced herself as Alex. I can't even tell you what we talked about that day. But after that, it wasn't all about the people who didn't care. It was about the one person who did. I went back and forth in my head, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't end my life. These moments with Alex in the coffee shop kept replaying in my head over and over. And so I held off one more day, even though I knew I may never actually see her again. The next day, I found myself back at that coffee shop, and there she was. Same book, same table. I have never asked for a sign from God, but if I had, this would be it. We talked for nearly 4 hours that day, just about our favorite movies, places we wanted to go, things we wanted to do someday, favorite books. She even told me about the one she was reading. Talking with Alex was easy. We continued meeting at the coffee shop for what felt like years, but in reality, it was only a couple of weeks. My whole life, no one had talked with me the way she did, or listened. I mean, really listened. But she did. November 30th was the day she told me she loved me. But she didn't just say it. She invited me to love. Love myself, love others, to love life. It wasn't about getting by or surviving. It was about savoring, appreciating, making the moments count. I thought it was about me. Because I walked into the coffee shop that day because I decided not to kill myself. But it's not. It was her. She had done so much for me. And she didn't even know it. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for her. Because if Alex did not exist in my life, if we never actually shared any of those moments with each other, if she never introduced herself to me, if all she ever was to me was that girl sitting on the left side of the room reading, then my decision on November 1st would have been different. That's what I convinced myself. That someone would reach out to me, give me a reason to live, show me what it meant to love. Maybe then I could make it through November.